5 tips, 5 strategies you guys could use to find a contractor, and not just any contractor, a good contractor. You want to find a good contractor that's going to start the job, that's going to like talk to you along the way, and that's actually going to finish the job for you. Getting pricing is one thing, but actually getting somebody that could deliver is another thing. So it's 5 tips. I'm gonna go through them. I jotted them down. So number 1, it's do your research on your general contractor. So obviously, it's easier said than done, right? Do a Google search. A lot. I would be surprised how many people don't search people. It's insane to me. Do your Google search. Go to Yelp. Google reviews. That's important. So I tell people to do this, and it's always a missing step I see when people get taken advantage by a contractor. If they're not online, they don't have no social presence. Dude, we're in 2023. You have to realize, like, if you don't have any presence online, oh, but he's great. Like, that's going out the window. It really is. Like, to be competitive just in the construction space, in anything nowadays, you have to have an online presence. Number 2, check their online presence, check their social media, right? So you have to make sure, whether it's social media, whether it's on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, what are they doing? Are they showing that they're constantly doing projects or not? A lot of times people think like, oh man, he's not busy, he's gonna be good for me. I would say quite the contrary. You know, obviously if he's overwhelmed with work, well then that's another thing, right? But if he has, you know, a few jobs going, he could take you to the jobs, then it makes sense. Like, okay, this guy has work, he's busy. Like, he could go with my job or not go with my job. It won't make a difference to him. So that's kind of like the guy that you should be aiming for, not somebody that's like, hey, I'm available tomorrow, I'm available next week. And I'll give you an example of that. So one of my buddies, he needed an electrician. He called 2 electricians, and one was like, hey, I can't get to you till next week. And he called the other guy. He's like, I'm available this week or next week. What day do you want me to go? He tested the guy out just to prove my theory right. He tested the guy out that said, hey, I'm available. And when he made the appointment, he didn't show up. There you have it. The person that's not busy in this day and age is because they don't want to be busy. That's the truth. Here's number 3, request quotes. Request 3, 4 different quotes. I know some people that request 40 quotes. It's crazy. It's like, damn, you got that much free time. Awesome. Request quotes and compare them, not only on price, what they're giving you, what they're not giving you, what's included, what's excluded from this guy. Did they show up on time? Did they not show up on time? Did they give you a quote in a week? Did they give you a quote in a day? Did they give you a quote in a month? These are all determining factors. So like, start putting their names down. And then on the side, it's like, check these things off. This guy did this guy didn't do this. And those are things that'll help you determine on choosing the right contractor. Obviously, you're going to compare these quotes, right? So you're going to have to see what makes more sense to you. I can't tell you how many times people on my comments will claim about it's price. Oh man, you're a ripoff. It's like, dude, we're staying busy. We're not a ripoff. I just rather give quality. I'd rather give quality than tell you it's gonna be something else, what I see a lot of people doing, and then they run and they do crap work. Like these budgets that I am seeing in the ADU space does not make any sense. Like you cannot finish an ADU with what I'm seeing out in the marketplace. Unless you wanna work for free, which some people like working for free. And then this is what I do see happening a lot. I'll give you guys a story where we lost $19,000. So when I first quoted my first ADU, I quoted an ADU and I quoted it wrong. Obviously, I lost $19,000 on this bad boy. Then that guy, he's like, dude, I got hooked up. My contractor hooked me up. I never said I lost money to the guy because that's not the way I roll, but I did lose money. That guy's gonna go tell his friend that, hey, this guy hooked me up. So now the friend's like, man, that's the price. That's the market, which it's not because I lost money. So it shouldn't have been the market. That was my bad. But now he's gonna go tell the world that he got hooked up on his ADU, which is just kind of true at my loss because I lost money. So we're not going into work to lose money. You got to make money. That's a business. My learning lesson, his gain, but now there's going to be a spread of, oh, I got hooked up. Oh, my AD only costs 80 grand. My AD only costs 70 grand. My AD only costs 60 grand, which I see these quotes out there. The difference is that I did finish the project. I did say, hey, I'm going to follow through. I'm going to get this done for this guy no matter what, because I know my reputation matters more than $19,000. I can't say that for a lot of people. Most people would run from that. They'd be like, dude, I'm in the hole. I'm out. Peace. Just know that that's going on. So you're going to compare your quotes. Number 3, check credentials. CSLB, CSLB.com.gov. Just Google search it. You could check workers' comp there. You could check general liability insurance there. You could check the license number there. It's just good to check that. And this is another thing that I want you to know. When a contractor goes to pull permits, so everybody's always asking the question, oh, do you guys have workers' comp? Do you guys have general liability? I'm like, dude, I cannot pull permits in any city if we don't have those things. That's when you pull permits, you have to put that down. If there's any contractor that's going to pull your permits, they have to supply those to the city. Mandatory. So keep that in mind why a lot of contractors are like, oh, you pull the permits. Because then you're on the hook if something happens. The contractor isn't. So that's something that you need to check. Go online, check their status, check their stuff, make sure it's all legit, make sure they're in good standings, no lawsuits and all that, because it'll show it all up right there. And number 5 is, do you vibe with the person? Dude, I know I go to some people's houses and I don't vibe with them. I'm like, we're not gonna work together, because it's like I have to be with this person like for 7, 8, 9 months. And if we're not vibing, the money ain't that good. We just won't do it. Like, I gotta feel right with the customer. I know a lot of contractors are like, work's work, and it's true. But you as a customer, if you guys are not vibing, find somebody you vibe with. Find somebody that's gonna answer you. Find somebody that's gonna be like, okay, I'm with you till the end of the project. Not just sell you on that and then just bounces on you.